Okay, this is the second installment of the syllabus discussion for Introduction to Psychology, Scott High School. The attendance, I can't be there obviously with you at all to police attendance, so I'm just going to suggest that you adhere to Boone County Schools policies regarding attendance. My understanding is that you will be in a designated class at a specific time every day to access the internet and to be able to work on this stuff. So just make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do with your attendance at your high school. I'm not going to police attendance. I'm not going to take attendance. I don't care whether you're there or not, but your school is going to care. So make sure that you do what you need to do. Certainly you can work on this stuff outside of the classroom as well. You can work on it in the evenings, but you will have that class period at school. And if you have if you have somewhat unreliable or no internet access at home, then you would need to use this class period to really work. So my requirements are pretty basic. Respect. Maybe some of you had me for sociology last semester. The same thing in psychology. We cover a lot of controversial areas and topics. Just respect the views of each other and respect the views of your instructor. The final exam, you must take that to pass the course. That's the second requirement. Also, keep everything. I don't care if you want to keep it in a real folder, like you can print it off and keep it, or if you want to keep an electronic folder. Anything that you submit to me should show up in the grade book. You should be able to go in to the grade book and see each assignment and see what your grade is on every single assignment. But also, any email that I send to you telling you what your grade is on an assignment with any feedback, keep that. Just in case there's a problem, because I'm not perfect. About once every semester there's one assignment that a student will say, look, you gave me a 0 or I don't have a grade for this, but here's the email that you sent me telling me what my grade was, so you can send that to me and I can fix your grade if that would be a problem. Hopefully that won't be an issue, but for your protection, keep that. Keep everything that I send you and keep all of your work. Late work, it is your responsibility, not mine, to get stuff turned in. I will accept late work up to a point. I realize you guys are involved in extracurricular activities. You play sports, you have church services, you have other things that you're doing and dealing with. I get that, especially if it's a school-related event. But just stay in communication with me. Let me know if there's a problem, if you need an extension on something, if it is a legitimate excuse, I can work with you. But when push comes to shove, it is your responsibility to get stuff to me, okay? And again, I can't stress enough, consistent and reliable access to the internet. You should have that at your school, one class period a day throughout the week, and hopefully at home as well. Keep in mind that I teach several classes and I also have a full-time job. So it's really difficult for me to stay on top of the grading if you're turning stuff in late. If you turn stuff in to me on time, you'll see that you'll get it back in a timely fashion. But if you're turning stuff in late as a habit, it may take a long time for me to get stuff back to you because it just takes me out of my normal routine, which is really tight in terms of timelines of getting stuff back to you. So just keep that in mind. The course description. This is an introduction class, so we're going to be analyzing topics as an introduction to the field of psychology. I will be attaching YouTube video lectures along with PowerPoint presentations that you can print off, that you can take notes on, so that should help as well with your note-taking. It'll be just like sitting in class watching, being in a lecture, except you'll see it on video. You'll have the PowerPoint to see, and then you'll have a copy of the PowerPoint shell that you can take notes on. So that's generally how things will work. I'm also going to send you other interesting things. If you had me last semester for sociology, I'll be sending TED TV videos. I'll send some other things online for you to look at, to synthesize. There will also be textbook readings. I'm not a teach from the book kind of teacher. You will need the textbook though, and you will need to have it because there's several chapters that you'll have to read and have to deal with. More than several. We won't cover the whole book, but we'll get a lot of it in. So I also try to give you outlines when I can, and I'm going to try to organize the material in a way that's easy for you guys to understand. My philosophy is really simple. I expect a lot. I want you to work hard. I'm pretty laid back. I'm not so laid back that I'm totally naive. But I think that you should have fun. The most learning occurs and the best learning occurs in an environment where you can actually enjoy what you're doing and have a good time learning. And psychology is a fun topic. There's a lot of interesting things to learn about. Academic cheating, I'm going to refer you to the website. West Virginia State University has a blurb or a little saying about what can happen if you're caught cheating. I don't go into any class looking for cheating. I'm not dumb enough to think that it doesn't happen. It's going to be tough for me to catch you cheating, okay, obviously, because I'm not there with you. Hopefully this course you'll find will be set up in a way that you're not really going to need to do that. It's going to be pretty silly to try to cheat. So just make sure you look at the possible consequences. You could be kicked out of the class. You could be expelled from the university. And you may think, well, that's not really a big deal. I'm here at the high school. I'm not really at state. But that would go on your transcript and follow you anywhere that you went if you were kicked out of the college for cheating. So again, I'm not looking for problems, but just you need to be aware of the consequences of cheating. Next, if you are a special needs student, in other words, if you have an IEP or if you have special needs, if you need special accommodations for whatever reason, I really want to follow Boone County Schools, the Americans with Disabilities Act, and my college, West Virginia State University, policies regarding students with special needs. So please send me an email confidentially and let me know if this is the case for you, because often I will not know until halfway through a class that a student has special needs or is supposed to be receiving special accommodations. So I want to help you if that is the case. Course outline, I don't like to give a course outline because as soon as I do, there's a snow day or something happens or the water gets shut off and you're out of school for a few days, and then we get behind. Follow the course, follow the table of contents in your textbook for a general idea of the topics we'll cover. I've given you a list of topics that we'll be covering, not specifically in this order. And I'm also going to add a lot of special topics that are not in your book that I think are interesting to students of your age and from your generation. And you can kind of read through those. The assignments and the readings, methods of inquiry for this course, the in-class lectures basically will be the YouTube video lectures that you'll have access to, and those will be easy to get. And I will not put a deadline on those videos. You'll be able to access them consistently throughout the semester, so they'll always be up for you. There will be some assigned readings. There'll be videos for you to watch. I may have you look at some articles, blogs, internet readings. There'll be maybe some group work, but not a lot. Especially in a class that's online, it's kind of tough to do that. Debates, there'll be some journal entries, etc., and you can read through that and see. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions about anything, you can email me. Hopefully with these 2 video discussions, it'll give you an idea of kind of what to expect, maybe calm your anxieties a little bit about the class. And we'll go ahead and call that the end of the discussion part 2 for the course syllabus. Thank you.